Hi, welcome to the Adamas 8 Facebook page. This is Adamas 8, and today I'm posting a brief explanation of what the annual card reading is for the Destiny card system. The Destiny card system is a system that's based on your birthday, the month and day of the year. Every year is assigned an energy, and that excludes December 31st, which is the Joker. And in the annual card reading, what I do is I take a look at your birth card and the energies that are presenting itself throughout the year. Now, if you're a Leo, we'll pretty much be just taking a look at your birth card because you're ruled by the sun, and so you're double your birth card. Let's say that you're a Capricorn. Well, you would have a birth card and a planetary ruling card. And if you're a Scorpio, we would see another, a third level here that indicates the birth card and your planetary ruling cards, which would be ruled by Mars and Pluto. Now, a lot of times I do receive the question of, well, what about free will? You know, what does free will fit into this? And all this does is it indicates energies that may appear throughout the year, and whether or not you choose to partake in that energy or be a part of it is up to you. Sometimes circumstances do occur in our lifetime, and all this does is provides a brief explanation as to what is really behind the reason this is happening. And although it may be, happening to somebody else, how it is affecting you and how you can, better manage how you come through it. So what I do is I take a look at your 752-day periods, and that would be Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Your year is divided into 752-day periods, and each represents the energies that are coming up through that time. The 5 other aspects that I take a look at would be the long range card, the Pluto, result, environment, and displacement. The long range card, it can represent somebody that you know, or it can represent a mental state or a type of experience that's going to keep coming up over and over throughout the year, and it's going to take up much of your attention. So it's pretty much going to be the single most important focus of the year. Now, this is your Pluto. What I would do is I would take a look at the Pluto card as well. Now, in astrology, a lot of times people say, oh, Pluto, no. Well, in theory, what I believe this system does, and this is just a theory, it's what a lot of people think, is that before you're born, you really contract to experience certain things in this lifetime for you to learn from and, develop who you are. And whatever happens after this lifetime, I really couldn't say, but it makes a lot of sense because, a lot of times when I take a look at the cards for myself and others, it just makes a lot of sense, and I think that when you have a guidance system, it helps, it's not, sort of like a cheat sheet is what I like to say. So when we take a look at Pluto, Pluto essentially represents the biggest challenge that you put before yourself, that's going to determine, the outcome. And the outcome is the result. And the result is the outcome of your personal efforts at your personal transformation, as indicated by the Pluto card. Now, the other 2 cards, this one is the environment and displacement. The environment card is actually a blessing, and it's something that's going to enhance your year. It can, again, be a person or a situation, and in some cases, I find that it really points to your other card. I have the permission of this person to talk a little bit about their experience, and so here, this really points, to the other card. It's going to be a blessing, if you follow this, or, you attune to who you need to attune to and know that it's your planetary ruling card that's going to get you through here. So this was really a year of personal, spiritual growth for this person. The displacement card is the final card that I take a look at, and it represents an area, or again, a person in your life that's going to require a little bit more effort on your part to, let's say, deal with. You might have to give more of yourself to that area. And like I said, it really pointed to this person's other card as a place to start developing that part of themselves. And it also lets you know what area you're weak in. So some of the other items that I take a look at that coincide with this is this person experienced a pinnacle year at the age of 21. Now, pinnacle year occurs once or twice, depending on your birth card. And what it indicates is a time of great change. It means a part of your life is coming to an end and a new cycle is starting. And so what happened was this person did end a major career at the age of 21. And they did meet somebody going in from 21 to 22. And they did get married at 22 and start a new way of living with their spouse. Some of the other things that were indicated in both of their cards, they were promised to have a year of good money and also a year of difficult endings. And I'm not going to talk about that because it wasn't really a year of difficult ending. It was more so just something that presented itself, and that person came through it just fine. Now, what's interesting, and I do have permission to talk about this, is in the long range card there's a Four of Hearts, and in their Jupiter we see a Queen of Hearts and a Four of Hearts, and we also see in their Venus period a King of Hearts and a King of Clubs. Now, what I look at in these readings also is an indication of marriage, and the Four of Hearts is definitely a marriage card. And what's interesting is this person did get married at the age of 22. And, you've got the Queen of Hearts and the Four of Hearts in their Jupiter period. And, yes, they did get married in their Jupiter period, although they weren't planning to get married until the following year. Now, a lot of people will say, what about free will? Well, free will is there. Okay, all this does is it takes a look at some of the energies that are going to be encountering. If you're going to be walking down the street, well, you're going to be seeing buildings, depending on what part of town you're in. You might see, bad buildings or good buildings, and that's all this does is it talks about the energies that you may be encountering through the year. So it gives you a heads up, and it's a good cheat sheet. There's so much more information involved in this, and I tried to condense it down as much as I could. Well, I'm going to leave it at that, and if you have any questions, please contact me. This is Adamas 8. Make it a great day. Thank you.